Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Christiana, and we're now on week 2 of our demo days. So Gail is here with me today, and we're going to demonstrate how to use these really cool stitch holder strings. They're also known as pearl strings or try-on cords. So I'm going to turn this over to Gail.
Okay, everybody, I'm excited to share these with you. I love using these LYS stitch holder strings, and I'm going to tell you why. So first off, anytime you need to put yarn on hold, this is a far better alternative than string for many, many reasons. So our Longmont Yarn Shop stitch holders come in a tin with a clear top so you can easily find them in your bag. We have 3 strings in each of the tins, 3 pearl strings in a variety of really cool colors. These are just a few of them. It's a clear one and a white one. So you've got 3 strings. One of them is 96 inches long, so super long for trying on a top-down sweater with lots of room. And then you've got 2 of them that are 48 inches long, super abundant for someone who's maybe putting stitches on a sleeve on hold. And these are basically hollow tubes that you can stick your interchangeable needle tips or your double pointed tips or even a tapestry needle on. So let's say my first situation where I want to put some stitches on hold is I'm working on this Dando top, and I've got my sleeve about where I think I want it, but I'm not sure. I've got to do my other sleeve, so what I'm going to do is use my knitting needle to screw in the hollow tube, and I just slide my stitches off. See how easy that works? I like to do a loose overhand knot to end it, and then I can work on the other side. So what do I do when I'm ready to put those stitches back on? Well, this of course hasn't been stored this way because of course you don't store your loose stitches with the needle tip on, but you just screw that back on and quickly, see how easy it is to just slide these stitches back onto your needle, and boom, you are knitting again. Now, have I ever had one of these tips not be pushed in far enough and come off? Yes, that happens. It works easier for me to do it this direction. But if you push it in snug enough, it's not going to be an issue. And I can tell you this is way easier than trying to mount stitches that are on a piece of thread back onto your knitting needles. Who out there has had that experience trying to get their stitches that were on hold on a piece of thread back onto their needles? So boom. Sometimes I've had this on so tight that I've actually had to kind of cut the pearl string, but because we have so much string, it's not a problem. So that's one instance of how to use your pearl strings. Here's an example of a baby sweater that I'm working on. This is the Lindley cardigan, and I'm using the new yarn Baby Soft that we carry by Lane du Nord, which I'm probably saying wrong, but this is a blend of cotton and soybean fiber. Boy, I started this so long ago, and I'm like, I'm going to save this second sleeve for demo days. Here's an example of stitches that I have on hold that have been sitting in my knitting bag for way too long, waiting for this day. And here I am. And I can tell you that what you can do if you know you're ready to resume knitting is just gingerly get this tip up here. It's much easier. Someone said at my weaving class that I was at last week, weaving is not a performance art. I would say the same about knitting and knitting demos. So in this case, because I like having a little bit of a shorter piece to knit off of, I'm pulling a knitting needle, a tapestry needle, into here. Hi Dara, your daughter's amazing. Now hold tight, my knitting needles are over in my bag. I think. Oops. Nope, here they are. So I can get my ball of yarn and just start knitting. Imagine I had a ball of yarn that was all ready to go. I can just start knitting off of this tapestry needle, and away I go. So here's my thread, and I am mounting my stitches onto my DPNs. I am not a magic looper. I will never be a magic looper. Well, I have been a magic looper. It was a fleeting moment. So I'm going to get my sleeve stitches back on my needles and take it away. So see how easy that is? A third instance of where this is a great tool. Now this is a little bit of a, imagine you're knitting a top-down sweater and you want to try it on for either the fit from maybe the yoke depth, or you want to check it for the length of the armhole down to the waist so that it hits you in the most flattering spot. You're probably working on a 24, 32, maybe a 40-inch needle. And you know that if you try to pull that on over your head, all the stitches are going to pop out. So just imagine mounting your purl strings. It doesn't have to be very long, maybe a 24, 48-inch cable to your tip, and then just spreading those stitches out, pulling your sweater over your head, and then trying it on for fit. And then, as you saw before, it's super easy to slide those stitches back. This is my bottom-up sweater, and you can see that I have my sleeve stitches that I need to graft later for my armhole, and my sleeve stitches for the body of my sweater are both on hold using purl strings. And when I get them, when the time comes that I get to graft this, it'll be easy peasy to just put these both on double pointed needles and Kitchener these closed. But another thing I wanted to do, and this is where I'm hoping Christiana can help me, is here's my sweater, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I wanted to do some other checks to see about the fit. So as you can see, I just barely joined the sleeves to the yoke, and I was curious how the fit was coming because I'm pretty excited about wearing this Carol Feller sweater. So this is what I've done, is I have this purl string, super long purl string. This is kind of a mess, but super long purl string is threaded, and now I'm going to show you what we can do with Christiana's help, and hopefully not turning off the phone. And then if you hold tight when you see this. Okay, now I tried this on last night and it worked. Yesterday, I guess it was. So here's my knitting needle, guys. All the way through here. And I threaded it on, so now I can slide on my sweater and get a sense of the fit and the length, and that is not an armhole. Ah, song and dance. And I can say, oh yeah, this is cool. And I could try it on again further to see if I wanted to adjust any of my yoke decreases. So here's my Carol Feller Celtic Cables sweater in progress. I have some weight that I'm going to lose before. Actually, I'm not in too bad a shape. I've already lost some. So this will block out and be beautiful. So that's the use of the purl strings. Now, you guys, for demo days, you know there's a deal. if you use the code string20, Christiana's not, you can save 20% off of Pearl Strings now through Friday, which is June 9th. What else has happened in this weekend? You guys have a special announcement. You will not even believe who is coming to Colorado to visit Rocky Mountain National Park. Who do you suppose would love to visit Rocky Mountain National Park and see it firsthand? Think about it. Somebody that we've maybe met at a Fiberside chat, somebody that maybe we've met at some Fiber Friday classes. Are there any comments there? Anybody guessing who this special guest who's coming to Longmont Yarn Shop and also to Wool Market?
Someone who's designed some hats.
Someone who's designed some hats themed around Rocky Mountain National Park. Is it anybody guessing? No guesses out there? All right, well, I can tell you who. This will be in reverse because we didn't switch it, but Nancy Bates. Oh no, it won't be a reverse. Hooray! Nancy Bates, who wrote the book Knitting the National Parks. She lives in California. She's coming to Colorado. She'll be at Longmont Yarn Shop Thursday. I'm going to get this absolutely right. Thursday, June 8th. She'll be here to sign books and meet people from 10 to 12. So I hope everybody will come down with their hats. Jen Millette and all of you out there. Susan and all the hat makers out there. From 10 to 12, she'll autograph books. We also have a lot of books that are on order, so if you don't have your book yet, you can get one here at the store. She'll also be at Wool Market on Sunday, June 11th from 9 to 11 at the Knit in Public Longmont Yarn Shop booth. So, save the date, come on down, we can't wait to see you. And now I'm turning it over to Christiana, who is the Coffee with Christiana goddess. Thank you. All right. Let's see what Christiana's got for us today.
So Gail and I had to swap places. That's why the camera was moving a little bit. So thank you, Gail. And this has really inspired me to try some try-on strings. I don't know about you guys, but I do have one announcement before we sign off. Speaking of trying on your sweater before you finish it, we have pre-orders going for the 4-day knit along with Marine Green for Dando Silk Plus, Juniper Moon Summer Solstice, the Handspun Hope Ethiopian Cotton, and a solo by Barocco. Today is the last day you can place your pre-order for this yarn. We will be ordering it tomorrow, so we're giving you a little less than 24 hours to get your orders in. But now is the time to do it if you haven't ordered your yarn yet. But that is all I have to say about that. Next week we're going to be demoing one of my absolute favorite things, and that's pom-poms. So I hope you guys will join us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you, Christiana.
Thanks.